Well. President Orange Palpatine stated that he can't run for a third term. Stated it's pretty clear. Let's talk about that more next on the Daily Rewind. What's going on, my beautiful people? What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Daily Rewind with me, your boy HB. I hope that you guys had a good day today. No issues, no complaints, no bush. Anyway, let's get into it. So, I came across this NBC News article. Orange Palpatine himself, quote, Orange Palpatine says it's pretty clear he can't run for a third term. I don't understand why the he's just figuring that out, but I digress. I'm not allowed to run, Orange Palpatine told reporters. It's too bad. President Orange Palpatine said Wednesday, it's pretty clear I'm not allowed to run for a third term, a move that is prohibited by the Constitution, but has been floated by some of the president's allies and Orange Palpatine himself. In remarks to reporters on an Air Force One flight to South Korea in the morning, Trump appears to refer to the Constitution forbidding presidents from serving more than two terms. Quote, I have the best numbers for any president in many years. Any president.
Bruh.
Donald Trump claimed, quote, and I would say, if you read it, it's pretty clear I'm not allowed to run. It's too bad. But we have a lot of great people, end quote. The president has previously mused about a third term bid, despite the Constitution's 22nd Amendment, which established a two-term limit. His comments about a 2028 run have alarmed critics, but have been downplayed by congressional Republicans. Trump, aka Orange Palpatine, comments Tuesday came after House Speaker Grinder Mike Johnson of Louisiana said early that day that he did not see a way to amend the Constitution, pointing to a lengthy timeline and high bar for state and congressional support. Quote, so I don't see a path for that, but I can tell you that we are not going to take our foot off the gas pedal, end quote. Johnson added, a constitutional amendment would need to be proposed by a two-third majority in the House and Senate and by a constitutional convention called by two-thirds of state legislators. Then a proposed amendment would need to be approved by three-fourths of states. Hey, they make it really, really tough for you to change things, but I'm not complaining. That's a good thing. Trump has previously, aka Orange Palpatine, has previously gone so far to tell NBC News in March that there was methods for seeking another term and that he was not joking. Earlier in his Asia trip, Orange Palpatine also appears to rule out running as vice president in a potential scenario in which Vice President J.D. Vance will run for president and turn power over to Orange Palpatine if he's elected. A similar arrangement has previously been made by Russian President Vladimir Putin when in 2008 he was not allowed to run for a third consecutive term, but retained ample power when he was appointed prime minister by then President Dmitry um, Medvedev. I'm not even about to butcher that name. I'm not even about to go there. Quote, I think the people wouldn't like that, end quote. Orange Palpatine said of running for vice president, quote, it's too cute. It's not, it wouldn't be right, end quote. Orange Palpatine ally Steve Bannon said last week that Orange Palpatine is going to get a third term. In an interview with Economist, with the economist. Bannon said, quote, Trump is going to be the president in 28, and people just ought to accommodate with that, end quote. Asked about the 22nd Amendment, quote, which established a two-term limit, he said, quote, there's many different alternatives, end quote. I don't understand why Orange Palpatine just understanding that he can't run a third term. It's very clear in the Constitution. I'm not understanding why he just figuring that out. I don't know what's going on. Um, but at the end of the day, this is how he move. He say one thing, and by next week, the mup will be saying that I'm running for a third term. He flip flops too much. So he's saying this. He's saying it's pretty clear, which it is. It's pretty clear that he can't run. But I guarantee you, he gonna switch up and be singing another song next week, tomorrow, next month. You know how he flip flop. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, the Republicans do anything that he can do, anything he say to maneuver that thing. But and I guess just people kind of like curious when they say even though the Constitution say 2028, even though the Constitution say presidents can't run third term, this is the same man who did what he did on January 6th. So it goes to show you he willing to go to the end of the earth to stay in power. You know what I'm saying? So it's not um crazy to think that, you know what I'm saying, will he try to do a third term? You know, look what happened on January 6th. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's I don't think it's crazy to question that. Everybody should question that. That man don't want to leave. So at the end of the day, the Constitution say a president can only run 2 terms. It is what it is. That's what the Constitution say. His allies can say whatever they want to say, but the Constitution is clear. You can't run only but 2 terms. It is what it is. Get over it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Before I leave, I pray that you do your boy a favor and like and subscribe and comment. I would love for you guys to subscribe and join the team. Let's build this army over here. You guys have a good day. Peace.